Myself, Dr. M. Laxmidevi, Associate Professor in the Department of CSCDS at Institute of Aeronautical Engineering. So, in this video lecture, we learn about the different operations which can be carried on arrays in C language. So, these different operations which we will be covering are traversal, reverse, search, insertion, deletion, and merge. Now, let us see one by one. So, first one is traversal operation. So, these are the different operations we will be seeing with respect to arrays. So, traversal, reverse, insertion, deletion, merge, and search. So, before seeing into the details of these operations which can be carried on arrays, so first let us once again see what is meant by an array. So, we have seen what is an array in C. So, array is nothing but collection of homogeneous data so which is stored in the memory at contiguous locations. And the other key point is, so the array is referenced by a common name. The array elements, all the array elements, they are referenced by a common name or same name you can say. So these are the key points with respect to arrays. So we have seen how to declare an array, how to initialize an array, and also how to access each element in the array. So first one we will see about traversal operation. So traversal operation is nothing but visiting every element of an array once is known as traversing the array. So, this traversal can be for various purpose. So, in order to access each element in the array for a specific purpose. So, its specific purpose can be to count the number of elements in an array, or it can be to perform other operation like whether to calculate or to find whether the given element is divisible by 2 or not. That is to find whether a specific number is even or odd. So, or there are many other operations in order to find out the average of marks of students. So, there also we need to use traversal operation in order to access each element in the array. So, traversal is nothing but visiting every element of an array for a specific purpose. Once that is traversal. Now, let us see a program how we can traverse in the array or how we can access each element in the array, and then we will print those different elements in the array. So, this is a program for traversal. So, for first here, this is header file, and then after that int main function. So, there should be a int main function should be there. So, here in the next line, we have declared an array. So, this is an array. Its size is 20. So, in the brackets or in the square brackets, so this is the size of the array. So, 20 is the size of the array. 20 means 20 elements can be stored in the array. So, with this declaration, the memory allocated for this array will be 20 into 4 because each integer data requires 4 bytes. So, 20 into 4, 80 bytes will be allocated, or 80 bytes will be allocated in the memory for storing this array. Next, another variable is I in order to loop through the array, and the other variable is size. So, this size variable is required. So, if the user, depending upon the requirement of the user can specify the size. So, maximum size which the user can specify is 20, or according to his or her requirement, it can be less than 20 also. So, in order to read that value, so this variable size has been declared. Next, this is a printf statement, and in order to initialize the value of size or in order to read the value of size from the user, so this scanf function is for that purpose. So, it will read the size given by the user into the variable size at the memory address specified by the size variable. So, there is a variable size which has been declared and its value is read by at runtime its value is given by the user. Suppose the user is giving 5. So, 5 means, 5 values can be or 5 values can be taken, or 5 values are taken as input to the array. Next, enter the elements of the array. So, after taking the size, next the user has to give the elements of the array. So for that, so elements of the array is, so if the size is 5, the memory allocated for this array is, so 5 elements are 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So corresponding name of the array is A. So each element is A of 0. First element is can be accessed by A of 0. Second element position is given by the subscript 1. Next third element, this is the fourth element and this is the fifth element. So in this way, if the size is 5, so my last location will be, or the last subscript is 4, that is size minus 1, starting with 0. So in order to read these values into the array, we need a for loop. So in order to read the values into the array, first we need scanf function. Then scanf function, it will read the values into the array given by at the address A of I. So I is a variable which will loop through each of the index. So first when I is equal to 0, so here the value will be read, and when I is equal to 1, so here the value will be read. Suppose the user is given 10, next 23, next I is equal to 2, so 45, next I is equal to 3, 31, next I is equal to 4, 56. Now when I is equal to 5, the condition we have written here is I less than size. So 5 less than size that is 5 less than 5 is false. So it will come out of this loop. So next line, so control will be transferred to the next line. Now the elements of the array are, so this is the program, or these are the lines of code to print the elements of the array. So whatever the user has given, so just we are printing the elements of the array by using for loop here. So here the for loop will iterate from 0 to size minus 1. So 0 to size minus 1. For this we have written this for loop for I is equal to 0, and this is the, we have seen the syntax for loop. So first one is initialization, and next one is condition, and the last one is updation here. So updation, we need to increment the value of I. So I is a looping variable which is used to access each of the element in the array. So when I is equal to 0, it will access the first element of the array. When I is equal to 1, so in the next iteration I is equal to, so this loop will repeat 5 times from 0 to 4, because the maximum value of when I is equal to 5, 5 less than 5 will become false. So it will come out of this loop. So in the printf statement, we have written A of, in the square brackets, percentage %d. So this percentage %d corresponds to I variable. So in the output screen we will get, so A of I, when initial value I is equal to 0, A of 0 is equal to, so this percentage %d corresponds to A of I value. So in A of I, suppose we have taken 10, so 10 will be printed. Next, when I is equal to 1, so A of 1. So now I is equal to 1, A of 1 will be, so this percentage, whatever the value user has given, so second element is 23. So in this way, all the elements of the array will be printed. So in this way, this is traversal operation. Traversal is nothing but to access each and every element of the array. So this is a very simple program to understand traversal operation. So what we have done here is, we have taken an array. We have, at runtime, the user has given the array size, and also at runtime, the array elements have been, the elements of the array have been initialized at runtime, and then the same elements of the array are printed by using printf function. So next operation is reverse operation. So what is this reverse operation is? To reverse the sequence of elements in an array. So suppose we have we have an array A. So A of some 20, suppose we have an array of size 5. So A of 5. So it is not possible. So if we write A is equal to, suppose there are two arrays. So A of, this is one array, this is another array, A and B. So these are two arrays. So just by using this assignment operator, A is equal to B, so it is not possible to copy the elements of the array. So we have seen copy operation in the previous video lecture. So that video lecture you can go through first. So in order to have a glimpse of the introduction to arrays, so the title of that video lecture is Arrays in C. So directly by using assignment operator, we cannot copy the elements of the array. So instead, element by element, so this operation has to be carried out element by element, index by index, it has to be carried out. So therefore, first, so there we have seen copy operation. So reverse operation is also to reverse the sequence of elements in an array. So what is here? Suppose we have A of 0 is equal to, we have one array A where the first element is 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. Suppose this is array A. So reverse means we need to find the reverse of this array. That means 50 will become, so this is A of 0, this is A of 1, A of 2, A of 3 and then A of 4. So now A of 4 will be the first element, A of 0. And this will be the second element, 40. So this is 40 and this is A of 3 and then 30, 20 and 10. So A of 2, A of 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So this is the reverse operation we need to carry out. So this reverse operation can be done by two methods. So first one is by using the same array and second one is by using another array. So we can declare another array B and then find the reverse of this array. Or we can reverse the elements of the array in the same array itself. So let us see first one. This method we will see where we will use another array and then find out the reverse of this array, the first array. So here reversal is nothing but to reverse the sequence of elements in an array. So for this, let us see this program first. So we have declared two variables, integer variables I and j. So for looping through the array, and this is the size which has been declared and its data type is integer. So this size, it will read the size of the array and this is the declaration of the array A and C. We have taken two arrays A and then C, another array C with maximum elements which can be taken are 10. So next, with the help of the scanf function, the user can give input to the program and that the value of size is given as, so in the program size will be declared. So this is an integer variable, it will accept integer value. Suppose the user is entering 5. So this size variable will have some address also. Next, the user has to enter the elements of the array. So these are the lines to be executed in order to enter the elements of the array. So for that we are using scanf function and we need to enter the element of the array index wise. So first element will be stored at the address specified by the first element A of 0. So array name is A and A of 0. So in order to loop through this variable, so I will vary from 0 to 5. Suppose the user is entering, so I will vary from 0 to 4. So maximum elements which can be entered into the array are 5. So next condition specified is I less than size and then after that we have the updation expression I plus plus. So this line or this loop will read the elements into the array. Next, copying the array elements. So this is the main part of the code where the reversal operation is done. So here we are using, so let us see how this code operates. So first one, where we are using two variables. So we have seen the syntax for loop. So there we know that we can use more than one variable also in the initialization expression. So in the initialization expression we have used I is equal to size minus 1. So what is the size given? If the size given by the user is 5, so 5 minus 1 is 4. So I value will start from 4 and next j is another variable which is used to loop through the array. J is equal to 0. So after that the condition mentioned is j less than size. So j less than size means j is less than 5 here. So size is nothing but maximum size we have given is the size which the user has given is 5 and then in the updation expression we have used j plus plus and then I minus minus. So how this loop operates, let us see. So here by using assignment operator, what we are doing here is we are copying the last element of this array A into, so here the array which is declared is C. So let this be C. So first last element of this array A has to be copied into the first element of this array C. So in order to loop through this variable, through this array, so we have taken the index I. So their index is I. So I will vary from 4 to, so I will vary from 4 to 0. So for that we have written the updation expression is I minus minus. So I minus minus means each value is copied, and then with the help of this updation expression, next I value will be 3, next I value will be 2, 1 and 0. So in this way this loop will repeat. So when I is equal to 4, when I is equal to 4, j is equal to 0. So with this line, C of j means C of 0. So A of 4 value, so what is A of 4? A of 4 value will be assigned to C of 0. So C of 0 is the destination array where we need to carry out the reverse operation. Reverse of this array A has to be done. Next, so with this C of 0 will be equal to, so A of 4 is equal to, suppose these are the array elements which have been entered, or we'll take this example only, 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. So A of 4 is 50. So in this C of 0 will be 50. So in this way the first element of this, so here it will be array C. So if we are using C here, so this is another array which we have created, and we need to carry out the reverse of this operation in C. So C of 0, C of 1, 2, 3 and 4. So next I value will be incremented, I value will be decremented. So next will be A of 3 value will be assigned to, and then C index, the array of this index should be incremented. So J will be 1. So J is incremented, I is decremented here. So J will be 1 and I will be 3. So here C of 1. So C of 1 is, now C of 1 will be equal to, A of 3 is 40. So this 40 will be assigned to C of 1. So in this way the loop will run. So in this way all the elements of this array will be copied to the elements of this. So next similarly C of 2 will be equal to, C of 2 is 30, C of 4 is equal to 1, 2, 3. C of 4 will be equal to, C of 1 is 40, C of 2 is 30, this is 20, 0, 1, 2, 3. C of 0 is, so in this way 50, 40. So C of 2 is equal to 30. Now C of 3 is equal to, C of 3 is equal to 20 and C of 4 is equal to 10. So in this way, so when at the last we have J is equal to, so this is J index, J is equal to 4 and this will be I is equal to 0. So I is equal to 0, J is equal to 4. Next, when the loop is incremented, or in the next step, when J is equal to 5 and I is equal to, so here we have declared the condition. The condition to be tested is J less than size. So when J is equal to 5, so 5 is less than 5, size value is 5. So this condition will become false and then the loop will come out. So this operation will no more be carried out, or these steps will not be executed now. Now this is the loop to print the array elements C. So C array is to be printed by using for loop. So for I is equal to 0, so this is the looping variable and this is the conditional expression or condition, and this is the update expression, and this variable percentage %d. Since each array element is an integer, therefore we are using the format specifier as percentage %d. So percentage %d corresponding value, so C of I will be printed. So C of I is nothing but, so in each loop or in each iteration I value will be changing. So for I is equal to 0, C of 0 will be printed. So this C of 0 value is nothing but 50, 40, 30, 20 and 10. So in this way we can perform reverse operation by using another array. So this is a test case, so which is obtained for this program. This is suppose this is a test case. Enter the size of the array. The user is given 5 and then enter the elements of the array. Suppose these are the elements to be entered: 12, 34, 56, 24 and 67. So after the reverse operation, so this is the main part of the code. which performs reverse operation. So the reversed elements are 67, 24, 56, 34 and 12. So this line is because of these statements. So this is the these are the lines of code to print this line and enter the elements of the array. So these lines, so these two lines are because of the reverse operation is done because of this one. Because of this, after that, in order to print the elements of the array, so we are using this. So this is to reverse. So after reversing operation, so this is the main part of the code which is used for reverse operation. Next, we will see another method, reverse. We will see another method how to reverse the elements of the array by using the same array. So this is another method. Suppose we have an array A. So in this same example we will take, we have 5 elements 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. So this is A of 0, this is A of 1, A of 2, A of 3 and then last one is A of 4. So reverse operation, we need to carry out the reverse operation in the same array. So first, now A of 4 will be A of 0. Now A of 0 is 50, 40, 30, 20 and then 10. So this is A of 1, A of 2, A of 3 and then last one is A of 4. So we need to do this reverse operation in the same array. Now let us see the program. So here also we have declared two variables, two looping variables I and j and then size which need to be defined by the user. So this size is nothing but the variables to store the array size at runtime. Next, this is the array which has been declared. So it can store maximum 10 elements. So with this declaration, the memory allocated for this array is 10 into 4, so which is equal to 40. So 40 bytes will be allocated for this. And then we have used another two variables, last and temp also. So next, this is the scanf which reads the value of size from the user. Next to this, so this scanf function is used to read the array elements from the user. So this is a part of the code, so which is used for reverse operation. So here we have declared one variable last. So last is a variable which is storing the value size minus 1. So suppose the user is entering 5. So last will be 5 minus 1. So which is equal to 4. Now let us see the how these different statements are executed. So with this, these are the different statements which are placed in the for loop. So now for I is equal to 0, looping variable is I. So initial value is 0. So for I is equal to 0, I less than size. So here we have given size divided by 2 and then I plus plus. So this is placed in the for loop, initialization, condition and then updation expression. So the first line which will be, so another variable temp is there. So A of I value is assigned to temp variable. So we'll see this. What is A of I? So initial value of I is equal to 0. So this, with this line, temp is assigned A of 0. So A of 0 is equal to 10. Next, after that, A of I value. So A of I is equal to A of last. So now last is equal to 4. So with this line, A of 0 is equal to A of last. What is A of last is A of 4. So this is 50. Now A of last is, so last is a variable. So in order to access the index, so this is the index last. So A of last is A of 4. So now temp value is assigned. Value of temp is assigned to A of last. So with this A of last is A of 4. So A of 4 is 50. So A of 4 is, now temp value is 10. So 10 is assigned to A of 4. So in this way, and then after that, after carrying out these three lines, after executing these three statements, so last is decremented. So with this statement, so last variable will be, value of this will be 3 now. So starting at the start we have taken 4. So next it will be 3. So with this, again the loop will repeat. So next, in the next iteration, I value will be incremented by 1. So I is equal to 1 now. So what we are doing here is we are just swapping the values of, we are swapping the because we are swapping the values in the array. So with the first element in the array is swapped with the last element of the array. So a of 0 initially it was, a of 0 was 10. Now with these lines, what we have got is a of 4 is equal to 10 now, and a of 0 is equal to 50. So with this, a of 0 is equal to 50 and a of 4 is equal to 10. Now I value is incremented. So I is used to loop through this variable, and then last variable is decremented. Now in the second iteration, so I value is again incremented. So I is equal to 1 now. Now these two, in the next iteration, these two values will be swapped. So a of 1 and a of 3. So 20 will come here. So 20 will be placed here. So this swapping we are doing with the help of one temporary variable. So 20 and so a of 1 and a of 3 position will be, a of 1 and a of 3 values will be swapped. So 20 is placed here and 40 will be placed here. So in this way. So this is in the next iteration, this operation will be carried out. So a of 1 is 40 and a of 3 is equal to 20 now. Now in the next iteration, third iteration, when I is equal to 2 now, 0, 1, 2. When I is equal to 2, the condition tested is I less than size by 2. So 5 by 2 is 2. So 2 less than 2. So this condition becomes false. Now the statements will not be executed, and this so till this the loop will repeat. So these are the, so in this way, so this loop will run for 2 iterations. So in the first iteration 10 and 50 will be swapped, and in the second iteration 20 and 40 will be swapped. So 30 is in the middle, so it will remain as it is. Next, so in this way we can carry out the reverse operation with the help of, by using the same array, and then in the last, so we need to print the elements of the array after reversing. So for this we have used, so these are the statements. Again we need to use for loop, so in order to print the elements of the array after reverse operation. Now you can see that, so a of 0 is equal to 50. Now let us run the program. After running the program, suppose the user is entering the size of the array is 5. Now so the user will be prompted to enter the elements of the array. Suppose the user is entering 10, 23, 45, 62 and 73. So these are the elements which are entered by the user. So after the reverse operation, the reversed elements are 73, 62, 45, 23 and 10. So in this way, we can see that reverse operation can be done by 2 methods. So first method is by using another array, and second method is by using this method, that is by using the same array. So in the same array, reverse operation has been carried out. Next, one more operation we'll see. So this is search operation, to search for an element in the array. Suppose we have an array A, so there are elements, and the user want to search for a specific element in the array, then we can use this operation, search operation. So search operation this is a program. So this part of the program, scanf, and this part of the program will be the same for all the array operations, that is to enter the size of the array. So user will be prompted to enter the size, and then after that the user has to enter the elements of the array. So this is runtime initialization of the array size, and this is runtime initialization of the array elements. So here, apart from that, so before using these, we need to declare the size. So what is declared here is element is declared. So this element will take the data which is to be compared, or the data which is to be searched in the array. This is the I variable which is used for looping through the array, and this is the maximum array size which can be used here, and this is the size variable. Now let us see the code to perform search operation in the array. So in order to perform search operation, or in order to search for a particular element in the array, so first the user has to give that element or data. So for that, scanf function is used. So the element is, or data which is to be searched for, is given by the element. So at the address specified by this element, so this value will be placed, or this value will be stored. Next, in order to search for, so what we have to do is we need to loop through each of the, so we need to check each of the array element, and by using equality operator, so we need to check whether this element is equal to each of the array element. Suppose, so we have an array A, so A of 0, A of 1, A of 2, and so on, A of 3. So each element, so this element has to be searched in, suppose 5 has to be searched in the array. So this is the element which is to be searched. So this will be, so in order to search for this, so we need to check whether this element A of 0 is equal to the element. So if this condition is satisfied, then the element is found. We can write that printf, the element is found in the array. So in this way, so this is the loop to iterate or to access each element in the array, and this element, each element in the array is compared with this element, and equality check is performed here. If this condition is satisfied, then we can say that the corresponding element is found in the array at position. So here we are printing the position also. So suppose the user is giving the array size as 5 and the elements which are entered as, the user has given the elements 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. So enter the element to search for. So this is the element to be searched for. Suppose 20 is to be searched. So now each element of the array is compared. So 10 and 20 are compared first. So 10 is not equal to 20. Now the loop will, now I value will be incremented here. So next I value will be incremented. So second element will be accessed here. Second element of the array will be accessed. Now second element is 20. So 20 is equal to 20. So here with this condition is satisfied. So therefore this line will be printed. So percentage %d corresponds to the element. So that is 20. So 20 is found in the array at position percentage %d. So percentage %d is position here is, so this is what we are doing here is, this is the first position, second, third, fourth and fifth position. So this is the second position. So therefore at second position, the corresponding index is, so here index is 0. So here index is 1. But according to the position is second here. So therefore we are printing I is equal to I plus 1. So I is equal to 1 here. So 1 plus 1 is 2 at the second position. So therefore we are writing here I plus 1. So 20 is found in the array at position 2. So position 2 here specifies the second element of the array. So in this way we can perform search operation in the array by using arrays. Next is insertion operation. So this operation is used to insert an element at a specified position in an array. So suppose, so element can be inserted. So this operation involves shifting operation. So shifting has to be done. So we can carry out insertion operation by shifting each element. Suppose we have an array and we need to, so this operation is used to insert an element at a specified position in the array. So for this, the element has to be specified or the data has to be given or the value has to be given by the user, and also the position also has to be specified by the user at what position the element has to be inserted. So at that, suppose the user is specifying this position, second position. So at this particular position, suppose the element value is 100. So 100 has to be inserted here at this position. So this is first, this is second position. This is the first position. This is the third, and this one is the fourth, and this one is the fifth position. So we are using position and index as different. So index will be 0 here, index is 1. So index is 2, 3 and 4. But position is first, so or first element, then second element, third element, fourth element or fourth position, and then fifth position. So at the second position we need to insert 100. So whatever the array, suppose previously the array was 10, 20, 30 and 40. So now what the output of this program is, or output of this operation should be 10. Now at the second position 100 has to be inserted. Then after that, this value, whatever the value of or whatever the value is there at this position, that has to be shifted here. So this value will come here and this value will be shifted here. So this, now the array size also has been incremented, or array size has been incremented here. So 20, 30 and 40. So now the size of the array is 5. So previously it was 4. So one more size, one value, it has been incremented. So this shifting operation has to be carried out. So all the array elements or all the array values which are there at this position have to be shifted to the next index position, to the next index. Next, so this insertion operation can be carried out at the start of the array, at the beginning of the array, or at the end of the array also it can be carried out, or at some place in the middle of the array. Now let us see one program in order to carry out this insertion operation. One more thing, so here in C program we don't have bound checking, so there is no bound checking here. So whatever the size is declared here, the user has to specify in the program that array size should not be more than this. So therefore, for this program insertion operation, so we have declared variable size. So size is a variable which is used to take the input of the, or which is used to take the size of the array as in the size variable. Next, this is the array. A is the array. So maximum values which can be taken is 10. So I is used for looping. And next, another variable we have used here is position and element. So POS stands for at what position the user needs to enter the element, and that element value is given by ELEM. So this is the scanf function which is used to read the size, value of size into the variable size here. Next, to printf, enter the elements of the array. So we have seen that this part of the code is same. So this will initialize the size variable, and this will initialize the size of the array, and this is used to initialize size of the array, and this is the elements of the array. The elements of the array will be initialized with the help of this for loop inside, and inside this placed here is scanf function. Next, we need to scan, or the user needs to specify the position also. Suppose we have explained in the previous example. So this will take the position of the value, and this is the actual value which has to be placed at a particular position. Now this is the loop which has been written. So this is the loop which has been written to insert the array element, or to insert an element at a particular position. Suppose the user is, when we run the program, suppose this is the first line which is executed, enter the size of the array. So 5 is entered in the size of the array which is entered is 5 here. Next, printf, enter the elements of the array. So this line will be executed, enter the elements of the array. Suppose these are the values or data elements entered into the array, 10, 20, 30, 25 and 34. In the next line, enter the position of the element to be inserted in the array. So here, position of the element to be inserted in the array is 2. So with this, name of the array is A. So at the first position we have 10, second position we have 20, 30, then 25, and in the last position we have 34. So A of 1, this is A of 2, A of 3, and then A of 4. Now enter the position of the element to be inserted in the array. Now at the second position means this one, at the index 1, the element to be inserted is 100. Now with this, so at this position 100 is to be inserted. Now all these elements have to be shifted here. So next, this is the resultant array. Resultant array should be this one. So 25, and then last one is 34 here. So this is A of 0, A of 1, A of 2, A of 3, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. This is 5. Now let us see how we can do this. So this is implemented by using for loop. So for I is equal to, so we are starting with I is equal to size minus 1. So what is size minus 1 here? So we are performing the shifting operation from the last element of the array. So size minus 1 is 5. Size is 5 here. Suppose size is 5. So size minus 1 is 4. So I is equal to 4. The condition to be tested here is I greater than or equal to position minus 1. So position we have specified here is 2. So I greater than or equal to 2 minus 1. So that is 1. And then in each I value is decremented by. So this loop will repeat. This loop will repeat for these many times for the condition when I is greater than or equal to position minus 1. So position we have specified is 2. So 2 minus 1. So this will repeat for I greater than or equal to 1. So these are the steps which are executed. A of 5 is equal to A of 4. Next A of 4 will be A of 4 is A of 3 now. Then A of 3 value, in A of 3 we have A of 2. In A of 2 we have A of 1. And at A of 1 we have the element which is to be inserted. So till this, so the loop will repeat for 4 times, and when I is equal to 1, and for this when A is equal to 1 here, where for A of 1, so A of 1 means position is 2. So at this position A of 1, element will be inserted. So suppose the element to be inserted is 100. So 100 is to be inserted here. So size is incremented by 1. So size is equal to size plus 1 we have written. So size variable is incremented. So initially we have taken 5 as the array size. Now it will be 6. So 6 means 6 elements can be stored because all the elements have been shifted here. So size of the array will be incremented by 1. Now this is the loop to print the array elements after insertion operation. So enter the element to be inserted. So element to be inserted is 100. So at the second position 100 is inserted, and then all the elements they have been shifted. So 20. So this will be the output of this operation, output of this program. So 10, 100, 20, 30, 25 and 34. Next is deletion operation. So deletion operation, this operation involves deleting specified elements from the array. So in order to delete a particular element of the array, so we perform this operation, deletion operation. So this is a program which performs deletion operation. So for this also we need to declare variables I for looping through the array, then size, position and then array. The maximum elements which can be stored in the array are 10. So this scanf function will read the value of size into the variable size, and then array size is read into the variable size, and then array elements are read into the variable A at the address specified by this along with the index. So A of 0 at A of 0, first element will be read at this, then A of 1, second element will be read, and so on. So this will repeat for 5 times. If the size is mentioned as 5, so this loop will run for 5 times. Next, enter the position of the element to be deleted. So for this operation, we need not specify what element to be deleted. So we need to specify just position of the element is specified, then that is more than enough. So enter the position of the element to be deleted. So here the user has to specify the position, at what position the particular the element has to be deleted. So that is given by the variable POS. So then this is bound checking if POS is greater than size. So in arrays we have seen that there is no bound checking. So if the user is giving 5 as the size, and if the position given by the user is more than 5, then deletion operation cannot be performed. So for that, this is the if condition which we have specified. If POS is greater than specific position, POS is greater than size, deletion is not possible in the array. So else, in the else part, we are performing the deletion operation. So these are the statements to perform the deletion as well as after deletion to print the elements of the array. So this is the part of the code. This is the part of the program. So for I is equal to position minus 1. So for I is equal to, so deletion operation, suppose we have A of 0. So A of 1, A of 2, A of 3 and then A of 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 elements are there. So these are the elements which have been given by the user 10, 20, 45, 67 and 29. Enter the position of the element to be deleted. Suppose the user is giving 2. So this is the second position. So 2 is second element has to be deleted. So when second element is deleted, so what we are doing is, so here also we need to perform shifting operation. So now A of 2 has to come here. A of 2 value has to be assigned to A of 1 and then A of 3 value has to be assigned to A of 2. A of 4 value has to be assigned to A of 3. So these are the steps to be carried out. So in order to perform this, we need to use for loop. So these operations are, these steps are carried out in for loop. So initial value is I is equal to position minus 1. So 5 is 4. So from the last we are carrying out. So for I is equal to 4. So this is how the program is executed. So first one, for I is equal to 4. So I is greater than, 4 is less than size. So 4 is less than size minus 1. That is 5 minus 4. So 4 is less than, what is the size here? Size is equal to 4. So 4 is less than 4. So this is the piece of the code which is to be executed. These are the statements which have to be carried out in order to perform deletion operation. So for I is equal to position minus 1. So position we have specified is 2 here. So 2 minus 1. So which is equal to 1. So when I is equal to 1, I less than size minus 1. So size is 5. 5 minus 1, 4. This condition is true. So this line will be executed. Now A of 1, A of 2 value is assigned to A of 1. Next I value is incremented by 1. So now I is equal to 2. So 2 is less than 4. So in this way, next in the second iteration, A of 2 is A of 3. So A of 3 value is assigned to A of 2. So in this way, we can perform this. A of 3 is equal to A of 4. So the value which is therein, so enter the position. So at the second position, we need to delete the element. We need to delete the array element. So this element or this value has been replaced by, or this value has been overwritten by this value. So after, in order to print the array elements after deletion operation, so we need to use for loop. Inside the for loop, we need to use the printf statement for printing each element of the array. So array after deleting the element is 10. So we are deleting the element at the second position. Now it is 10, 45, 67, 29 and also we need to, the size has been decreased by 1 now. So we need to mention that size value is decremented by 1. So we have written that line also, size is decremented by 1. Now the array size is 4 after deletion operation. So this, by making small modifications in the program, we can use the same program to perform deletion operation at the beginning of the array and also at the end of the array we can use with small modifications. At the end of the array also we can perform deletion operation by making small modifications to this program. Next is merge operation. So merge operation is nothing but to merge two arrays into a third one. Suppose we have two arrays. So in the first array we have these elements, 5 elements are there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And in the second array, so suppose in the first array we have 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. In the first array we have 5 elements. In the second array we have another 5 elements. So 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So resultant array will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So this should be this is merge operation where we are merging two arrays into a third one. So A and B are merged to the resultant array, that is C. So here at static initialization we are performing here. So there are two arrays A and B. So first array is A. So size is 5. So 5 elements are given here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So into the array B we have 5 elements. So these values are 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Next we have declared the resultant array size should be greater than these two, or it can be equal to or greater than these two arrays. So it has to be 5 plus 5. So that is given as this one. So 5 plus 5 is equal to 10. So that is this variable result size will hold the size of the resultant array. So that is the size here. So another array which is to be, so C is the array into which A and B values have to be merged. So for I is equal to 0, I less than size, I plus plus, C of I is equal to A of I. So what we are doing here is, so A of I values are copied into C of A value, the array elements of array A elements are copied into array C. So that this is done by using assignment operator. So each element has to be copied. Each element of the array A is to be copied into the array C by index wise. So for that we need to use this for loop. So for I is equal to 0. So condition checked is 0 less than size 1. So size 1 is 5. So this is true. So this line will be executed. So this line is nothing but C of 0 is equal to A of 0. So A of 0 will be copied to C of 0. Similarly C of 1. A of 1 value is copied to C of 1. And then A of 2 value is copied to C of 3. So this loop will repeat till this is A of 0, A of 1, A of 2, A of 3 and then A of 4. So till A of 4 values are copied to C of 4. This is C of 3. So this loop will repeat 5 times. Next, after that, again we need to use another for loop where the values of array B are copied into array C. So for that we are using this for loop, and this is a condition. So for I is equal to 0, j is equal to size minus 1, and the condition checked here is, so we have used logical operator j less than result size and I less than size 2. So I plus plus and j plus plus. So with this, first is I value is initialized to 0. So I is equal to 0, j is equal to size. So size is equal to 5. So j is equal to 5 here. So condition is true. You can check the condition j less than. So condition to be checked here is resultant size is 10. So j is less than 10, 5 is less than 10 and I. So what is I here? 0. 0 is less than size 2. So size 2 is also 5 here. So 0 is also less than this. So this condition is true. So when this condition is true, C of 5. C of 5 will be B of 0. So B of 0 value is copied to C of 5. This is C of 0, C of 1, C of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and then 9. So if we have 10 elements, the index is, the last element is accessed by the index 9. So this operation will repeat 5 times. So B of 0 value is assigned to C of 5 now. So first loop is repeating for copying the value of array A to array C. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 will be copied. After that, in the second loop, we are copying the elements of array B into the array C. So after at this position, so C of 5 will be B of 0. So what is B of 0 is 6. Now C of 5 is equal to 6 now. Now C of 6 is equal to B of 1. C of 7 is equal to B of 2. C of 8 is equal to B of 3. and then C of 9 is equal to B of 4. So all the elements of array B will be copied into array C. So after that, so this condition becomes false. So this condition becomes false, the loop will come out, and then this is the code to print the elements of the array C. So output of this program is this one. So at the last we are printing the values of array C. So these are the elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So in this way, so we have seen different operations which can be carried out on arrays. So these are, apart from these operations, we can carry out other operations also. So sorting we have not discussed, so that we'll discuss in problem solving. So operations which we have seen are traversal operation, then search operation, insertion, deletion, and then at the last we have also seen merge operation also. So thank you for all. So we'll discuss some more topics in the next video lecture.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.